Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone that is present. If you are not true blue gang, this one might not be for you. You know, I'm gonna look at the charts, but I'm just gonna kind of talk. Uh, I'm just kind of talk. I got a text from somebody today, and it was right on time. The text, I ain't gonna hold you. The text was right on time. I I really needed that text. And put the charts up while I talk. I really needed that text because this stuff get hard, man. This stuff get hard, and you say, Tim, what he talked about? What am I talking about? Let's show the thumb kneesy that I made. This stuff, you hear me? This stuff get hard. You know what I'm saying? And what do I mean by that? Because I care so much. I care so much about like anything that from anything that I've ever done. All right. Anything that I ever done. Right now, price is trading inside the opening range. We're inside the opening range. This is the high of the opening range. This is the low of the opening range. And what I'm talking about, the opening range, is the opening range gap. I should say opening range gap. We're inside the opening range gap. This 5-minute BISI right here is inside the opening range gap. This is the open at 9:30. And down here, this is the close on Friday. We just came back down and touched Friday's close again, right there. We just touched it again. So we're bouncing inside the opening range gap right now. Right now we got some divergence. The NQ is strong. The Dow is weak. The ES is the red-headed stepchild in the middle. We've been dealing with divergence forever. It's been very few days where the markets have traded symmetrically. So it's just been chop city. That's why I haven't been swing trading anything. That's why I haven't been, I've been just in and out trading what I see. But we've just poked the new week opening gap again, right there. This purple is the new week opening gap. We just poked the new week opening gap again. Again, we still have divergence going on. The Dow has traded down below this low. The NQ, even then we was having divergence. Look at the low in the Dow is here on the 1600 candle, and the low in the NQ is over here on a 2000 candle, right? Two different lows. The low on the ES is on the same thing. So we was having divergence back then during that time. Excuse me, during that time. What day is that? I sprayed something in the bathroom, and I think it got in my my nose because I can taste it. This is from the 3rd, and then this here is from the 5th. So that was Sunday and Friday. Okay, so the Dow made that low on Friday, and the ES and the NQ made a lower low Sunday night. So it was divergence there, but we've been dealing with divergence for a while. Now, again, we came right down to the low of the new week opening gap, and we closed back inside the opening range gap. Right, so we're dilly-dallying right now. Nothing concrete. On the opening candle, We went up, took out buy side. That's the overnight high. We made this high at 640 this morning, right? And then we've come down on this 945 candle, these 5-minute candles, and we've taken out the low. We've taken out the overnight low and poked below the new week opening gap. Right? There is a BISI right there that we just poked below there. So we've taken out both sides of the deck. Boop, boop. Both sides have been taken out. And we're still chopping. Nothing clear and definite yet. We have completed that BISI. There's a volume imbalance right here that we can still get. We got 3.5 minutes left on this 5-minute candle to see if this candle wants to decide to stay inside that opening range gap also. Now, back to what I was saying. Get hard, man. It get hard. Why does it get hard? Because I care. Even back when I was doing other things, when I was doing graphics, when I was doing music, when I was doing photography, videography, anything that I do, I always be like, I care more. I ain't gonna say I care more. I care. Yes, I care more about the people that I'm sharing my knowledge with than the actual act of doing it. If that make any sense. All right. So I feel like it's my calling, if you will. People like to use the word calling. I feel like it's my calling to help people. Right. And I enjoy helping people. I help people for free a lot of times. I help people, like I help people all the time, and I get joy out of helping people. My reward is like success stories. That's my reward. I feel great when I see the success stories. Like, hey man, this really helped. Hey, this makes sense. I feel great about that. But I get discouraged sometimes because it's like I'm like, why are some people still struggling with it? Why are some people still struggling with it? What am I doing wrong? Why can't I reach this person? Why can't I reach this person? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of the things where, like in the military, they say no soldier left behind. Right? In the army have soldiers. No, I was in the army, so I can only speak for this army. No soldier left behind. And it's like, I want everybody to be able to do this. I want this for everybody, man. So when I hear people like Rhonda say, "Oh, I'm struggling with this," I get scared out of my trades. You know what I'm saying? That affects me. Like, man, what kind of video can I make to like encourage Rhonda to stay in her trades, not be scared to get out of the trades? Like, when I hear Learn to Share say, "Hey, I just ain't it ain't clicked for me yet." And I'm talking about these true blue gang people that 5-minute candle closed inside the opening range gap. Also, we're still chopping inside the opening range gap. It closed inside the opening range gap also. These true blue gang members who been here from like way back, been here from way back. You know what I'm saying? Been here from way back. Like, and it is not no knock on them. These just like people. Like, I'm old school, man. I'm old school. I've like, I didn't grow up in the internet era. We just poke below the midnight opening price. We just poke below the midnight opening price. It's 10:11 now, and we've poked below the midnight opening price. So for the 950 to 1010 algorithm time frame, the sell side was engaged. Right, the sell side was engaged. This is tape reading. This is tape reading. When you're studying the tape, when you're reading the tape, like, I don't call like looking at the DOM or looking at the level 2. You know how people have like level 2 and all of that. They be like, that's reading the tape. I've never called that reading the tape. You know, it never made sense to me that I'm looking at these orders on the thing saying like reading it. And I get it where you know, where it come from, I guess, like looking at like the prices or whatever. But to me, this is like reading the tape, watching price print. So for the 950 to 1010 algorithm, sell side was engaged. Through the teachings of Michael, the ICT concepts, certain times of day is certain macros happen at certain times of day. Right. So for the 950 to 1010 macro, and the macro's job is to engage liquidity. It's either going to engage liquidity that has not been touched yet, or it's going to engage an imbalance. Right. So we don't have any imbalance above price, right, on this 5-minute chart. We don't have any, we have buy side way up here. We got sell side down here, right, under this big area of consolidation. Got some sell side down here. We got some sell side down here, right, with a 15-minute imbalance that's below us. Okay, now 950 is right here. So at 950 we opened up right here at 43.80.50. We opened right here at 43.80.50. Pushed up to the top side of the opening range gap. Right, closed inside it. The next 5-minute candle poked outside of it, closed inside it, poked outside of it, closed inside of it. The next one, right, started to push down. And then right here on this 1010 candle, right, from this 945, this 1010 candle right there, took off, took out all of the sell side. Right here, we were steady dipping in. And this 1010 candle, we came down and we've gotten below all of the sell side. So the 950 to 1010 macro engaged sell side. It engaged sell side. So that's what the 950 to 1010 macro did. Pushing down, we have the Asian low is the next sell side that's there. We've gone below the consolidation here, gone below this consolidation, pushing. Got a 15-minute busy. Go up, take our charts up. All right. We have a 4-hour bullish fair value gap here. The only 1 hour, we have a 1 hour bullish fair value gap down here inside this 4 hour. We have no imbalances here. So we got this sell side there on the 1 hour. And then this 4-hour imbalance is the next PD array that I'm watching. Why am I not watching this down close candle right here? Because we didn't get displacement off this down close candle on the hourly with, you know what I'm saying, there's no imbalances in here. So this down close candle right here means nothing to me on the hourly time frame. This is the last discount PD array that I'm watching on the hourly until it gets down here, right, to support price. This is the last PD array that I'm watching on the hourly to support price. Again, this down close candle there on the hourly did not get any displacement, so I'm not looking at this as a potential order block. There's no displacement there. I'm looking at the low as the last line of defense for keeping price up. If if this low don't reject price and give us a reversal, I'm looking here. Now, tape reading, you don't try to predict in tape reading. That's just me sharing my thoughts for people who like, hey, I just want to know where you think price going. There you go. Now get out that. Now we got our higher time frame in place. Got a daily BISI below us, 4-hour BISI below us, a weekly SIBI above us, a daily volume imbalance above us. So we got a bearish volume imbalance above us daily, weekly SIBI above us, 4-hour BISI below us, 1 day BISI below us. That's the higher time frame spectrum. 15-minute. Okay, so the 15-minute, we're down below midnight, closed below midnight. We push back up. This is either going to be an immediate rebalance, right? Because this 15-minute count here came back and overlapped this low right there. So this is either going to be an immediate rebalance, or that's the sales. That's the sell side that the algo wanted. And this institutional order flow entry drill is as deep into this 15-minute BISI as it's going to go, right? So we're pushing up. There's no, thus far on the 15-minute, we are not getting any displacement on the 15-minute. We moved all the way back up to the opening range gap after getting down below midnight, taking out this sell side. We came right back to the high of the 15-minute BISI that was below us. The low of that candle is 43.75 even. The high of that BISI is 43.75 even. Right? No displacement in here at all. Right? No displacement in here at all. So on the 15-minute, right, we don't have anything on the 15-minute as far as like imbalances or anything like that to impede price outside of this opening range gap and this new week opening gap. Those are the only PD arrays that I'm focusing on right now, because right now it's just chopping and not giving anything to go off of. Right, this bearish breaker right here, we just tapped that on the 15-minute. Right, we got a high, a low, a higher high. Right, that's a bearish breaker right there. We just tapped that on the 15-minute. But like I say, there's no displacement in here. Right, everything is like overlapping perfectly. So there's no clear, hey, this is what I want to do, in my opinion. And then with the divergence here, divergence calls for chop. Divergence calls for chop. So yeah, back to what I was saying. Put it back on 5-minute candles. 5-minute candle has closed back inside the opening range gap. Right. So we're back inside the opening range gap. We're right here at this 5-minute Bissy that we repriced and then left. So now this 5 minute is a balanced price range right there. Right, this is a balanced price range. So we're below that area. So if price wants to continue down, this should keep it down. If this does not keep it down, then that may be a sign that price wants to go up for a little while. All right, we pushed all the way to the top of it right there. We're at the top of it. This is a 5 minute. So we're looking at a 5 minute chart, right? On the 5 minute, we repriced it, left balanced price range. So now this 5 minute candle, we want to see what this 5 minute candle does with it. We're right at the top of it right here. We got 3 minutes and 49 seconds left on this 5 minute candle. So this 5 minute candle, if this is going to keep price down, we want to see this 5 minute candle stay down from this 5 minute fair value gap that we have. This 5 minute fair value gap is now a balanced price range. Why? We offered sell side, buy side, sell side, buy side, sell side, buy side, and then we left it with some authority. We left it with authority. So now the algo is done with this price range. It's balanced now. So now this 5 minute candle right there at 1020, that 1020 candle, right? This is a 5 minute imbalance, 5 minute candle. You want to see what this candle does. Will this candle is right? It went right to the top price, stopped, and now is bouncing. Right? Boop! It poked above it. It poked above it. So now it's starting to disrespect that imbalance. It's starting to show disrespect for it. Right? We're coming back to the opening range gap high. Now, if this 5 minute candle closes above this, right, it should support price and keep it up. If this 5 minute candle closes above this, this should support price and keep it up. Right? We got 2 minutes and 24 seconds on this candle to see what happens. Back to what I was saying. This get hard, man. I'm from, that's what I was saying. I'm from a different generation. I'm 51 years old. I'm not from the internet generation where, you know, all of these people on Al Gore's internet, you know what I'm saying? It's like you go out here and pretend to be friends with them, but you really could care less about them. You talk about them behind their back. You know what I'm saying? Like you call them stupid when they're not around and you smile in their face all the time. You're trying to take their place, them backstabbers. It's like people give out their real phone numbers on the internet. They, you know, they talk to each other like they friends. Then next thing you know, they block them. And me, I'm from a generation where if I get invested into you, like as a person, I feel like we friends, right? I feel like we friends. And expect if I give you my phone number, you know what I'm saying? That's a total different relationship. That's like we like family. If I give you my phone number, you know what I'm saying? And it's like it when I get invested into people, right? I care about their well-being. I care about their families. I care about their success, even if it's not in the market, even if it's just a business they have. I support people's businesses. You know what I'm saying? Like if I find out somebody got a business, I'd be like, hey, send me a link, whatever. You know, I'm invested into you all. You know what I'm saying? And I try to remember names. I try to, you know, remember faces. My face is out here on Al Gore's internet. You know what I'm saying? Every single day. Al Gore's internet every single day. So it's like everybody know what I look like. I'm like uber paranoid because, like, you know, like even back when me and my family used to vlog, right? When we used to vlog, this 5 minute candle, it ripped all the way through that imbalance, but it closed below it. It ripped out. The wicks do the damage. The bodies tell the story. It ripped all the way through that camp, all the way back to this high. We made an equal high right there. 43.84 even, 43.84 even, ripped all the way up there, made an equal high right there. So now, again, you're watching this 5-minute candle. You want to see where it closes. Does it close above this 5-minute fair value gap right there? This is a balanced price range. Does it close above that? Right. Any PD array that you're watching, you want to see what the candles on the same time frame do, and it like to determine if it's respecting it or not. You know what I'm saying? Wicks do a lot of damage, especially when we dealing with divergence, and we're still dealing with divergence. See this? That's an easy sign that it's divergence when the candles are a different color on one of them, right? So sometimes that make it easy, but what you're really looking for is over the span of these are hourly charts, right? But over the span of time, what are the highs and lows doing? Right? What are the highs and lows doing over a span of time? Right? What are the highs and lows doing? So from this low, and this is the same relative low, but when you see stuff like they either making different relative lows, right? When the lows ain't on the same, like with the NQ, the ES, and the YM, with the NQ, the ES, and the YM, they are correlated. So the lows should be on the same candles, right? It ain't no reason why these lows should be separate like that. That's a clear sign of divergence, right? Another sign of divergence, this one has taken that low. This one is not even near taking that low, and this one is struggling to take that low. You know what I'm saying? The red-headed stepchild in the middle. So during divergence, you're going to get a lot of wick action, a lot of chop, a whole heap of wick action and chop. We got 2 minutes and 12 seconds left on this 5-minute candle. Right, we're still showing respect to the 5-minute imbalance, which is now a balanced price range. We're struggling. We're respecting the low of the new week opening gap, came down to the new week opening gap to the tick, right? We went below it there to the tick there, below it there, to the tick there, to the tick there, below it there, making that equal low, right? Took them equal lows out, right? Above it to the tick right now, thus far. And we got this long wick. We got this long wick. Whenever you have a long wick like that, you want to look for how price reacts at consequent encroachment of that wick. 43.82 right now is consequent encroachment of that 5-minute wick. Right. Tim, why are you watching the 5-minute chart? Because I want to. That's just a chart that it happened to be on when I popped on live. Price is price. Price is price. You watch price on whatever time frame you want to. We got our higher time frame. We popped back up to show you that we had our higher time frame information already. This is the first 4 hour. This is the first 4-hour imbalance below us. This is the first daily imbalance below us. This is the first hourly imbalance below us. Not paying attention to this down close candle on the hourly because we don't have any displacement in there to give it any kind of warrant of my attention, right? Yes, it is a down close candle. Yes, it should support price, but outside of that, it's not getting any extra oomph behind it because we don't have any displacement on the hourly behind that. For the 15-minute chart, right? This right here is an order block. What makes that an order block, right? Came down here. This entire piece over here, you can argue to be the order block, right? Why? Because we came down and then to an area of anticipated support, then we took off. This is the last down close candle in there. The reason why I'm looking at this as the order block right there is because we consolidated there for a little while. Right, we consolidated there for a while, and this is during the New York session, right? So we came down, consolidated a little bit, and then took off, right? And then this is the last down close candle at or near equilibrium of this small little piece of consolidation. That's why I'm looking at that one as the order block, right? We had a smaller piece of consolidation, right? Right? We got 1, 2, 3. If you count this one, but I'm just counting this one. 1, 2, 3, 4 15-minute candles, right? If you count that one, that's 5. That's at least an hour. You sat there in this area and then you left with authority. That's the last down close candle right at or near equilibrium. That's why I'm looking at that one as the order block. Like I say, you can argue that this is the order block here, but it's all in the same area. So at that point, you know what I'm saying, picking straws. But I just like to clarify why I'm looking at stuff as what it is based off the teachings, right? So I can see the argument for down close to an area and then leaving, and then I'm looking at the consolidation and then leaving right at or near equilibrium. Boom. So there you go. On the 15-minute candles, right, we close back inside the range after getting below the sell side. On the 15-minute, we still got 12 minutes and 50 seconds left on that. We came down to the low of the new week opening gap. Thus far, we're respecting the new week opening gap. We're back inside the opening range gap. 5-minute, that 5-minute candle, the one that came to the low, it respected it. Then we closed inside that gap. Now we came back down again to the new week opening gap, and we pushed back up. Now this 5-minute candle still, it went to the top and it closed inside. Now what you do, move to the next 5-minute candle and see, does this 5-minute candle close above this area? If this 5-minute candle closes above this area, then you would expect this 5-minute fair value gap to support price. All right, we're still inside the opening range gap. We're still respecting the new week opening, the top side of the new week opening gap. This right here, we just ran out some stops so far. That's all this did, ran out stops. We came down, took out the sell side, touched the 15-minute BISI. Now we're back up in the inside the new the opening range gap. We're back up inside the opening range gap. Pushed above. We're still fighting here at this breaker. The breaker we talked about. We're still fighting at the breaker. This candle right here closed right at the close of the breaker. Well, I mean, it opened right at the close of the breaker. This one here closed right at the close of the breaker. Right there, 5-minute breaker right there. Still fighting with it. And then this, both candles would, no, that ain't our breaker. This is our breaker over here on the 5-minute. Yeah, this was our breaker up here on the 5-minute. That's the one right there. Yeah, that was our breaker right there. Oh, this was the breaker. That was the breaker right there. Right there, right there. Came down, yeah. Okay, so boom. That was the breaker right there. I know we looked at a breaker over here somewhere. That was the 5-minute breaker right there. Right there. Then we got 2 seconds left on this 5-minute candle. Boom. Still stayed below that area. Right. Slight gap down. Still inside the opening range gap. So yeah, back to what I was saying. And if anybody saying anything in the chat, I can't see the chat. I got the chat closed because I'm just kind of talking today while watching the candles. Yeah. So it's like I get invested into these people, especially people I see every, every day. Anytime I pop up, it be people in there. Lil Hawk being there, Michelle being there, Deborah being there, Rhonda being there, He'll Learn and Share being there, Casey being there, Will being there, Robinson being there. Like these Alfred Valdez being there, Calio, Father Legends, Sonya, Trey. These just different, like these people off the top of my head that that I'm just thinking about. E-Rock being there, Erica being there. Like people that the ones off the top of my head that I just, Deborah. If I didn't say Deborah, one of the newer ones that I be seeing all the time, Kenya. I be seeing her a lot. Be pulling up in there. These just the names that I be remember seeing, and it's like I start to care for these people because I look at them as friends and family. But the thing about when you be out here on Al Gore's internet, ain't nobody your friend for real. Ain't nobody your family for real. People love you one day and they hate you the next. I'm cool with that. This is what I signed up for. I got on Al Gore's internet understanding. People gonna love you one day and hate you the next. Back when I used to vlog with my friend, like my son wanted to have his own channel, and my wife was like, "Nah, them people on the internet be mean." I'm like, "Baby, if he want to do it, let him do it." Them people gonna talk crazy to my baby, and I'm gonna be ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have tough skin being out here. I'm super petty. I'm super petty. I'm if you come for me, I'm going. I got plenty of time. I got time today. I'm retired. I'm super petty, so I will go back and forth with you. You know what I'm saying? I'll go back and forth with a troll, a disrespectful troll. Me myself, I'm a funny troll. I troll my friends all the time, but it's in humor. We do that with each other. But I go back and forth with a disrespectful troll. I'm petty. I'm petty Pendergrass. I don't mind, but I really do care about the people I interact with. You know what I'm saying? I ain't just one of them people that be like, "Oh, yeah, I love y'all, whatever." I don't just say it for show. I really do appreciate y'all. And it really do make me feel good when y'all succeed. And it really do affect me when you don't succeed. It's just like as a father, like if my kids like do something wayward, you know what I'm saying? If my kids act out, I'll be like, "Man, where did I go wrong?" You know what I'm saying? My kids don't act out. They be kids every now and then, but when they do something wrong, I be like, "Man, what did I do to make them do that?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I be looking at myself. Like, if my kids don't, if my kids don't act accordingly, I be like, "Man, where did I fail? Why don't, you know what I'm saying?" It really hurt me when my kids really was thinking that they had to get out my house when they turned 18. I'm like, "Man, where did I fail at communicating with my child?" You know what I'm saying? It hurt me when my wife don't understand things. I'm like, "Man, where did I drop the ball?" And it's the same way with y'all. When when people ask me a question and I've addressed it like 100 times, I'll be like, "Man, where did I drop the ball? How did I not say that clear?" You know what I'm saying? Did I not say that? Especially for, especially for the channel members. You know what I'm saying? Y'all spending y'all hard-earned money. You know what I'm saying? Y'all spending y'all hard-earned money to support the channel with the membership. You know what I'm saying? And then when y'all ask me questions on stuff that I know we've covered, I'm like, "Man, where did I drop the ball? How, you know what I'm saying? Man, did I not make that clear?" Because I really do care, you know what I'm saying, about y'all. I really do appreciate, you know what I'm saying, y'all spending y'all hard-earned. Y'all ain't got to spend y'all hard-earned money to support the channel membership. Man, money don't come easy these days. You got to work hard for your money these days. So I really appreciate that. I really try to give value. And I'm like, I don't know how many different ways I can say it. This 5-minute candle right here, we've closed above that 5-minute imbalance. If this right here turns out to be a imbalance to the upside, if this turns out to be an imbalance to the upside right there, right, 5-minute wise, I would like to see another imbalance up here like this. Like we took off here. If this turns out to be an imbalance, I'm looking at this 1030 candle as an order block. Right? Why am I looking at it as an order block? We came down, right? You can argue that this would be the order block. We came down to an area of anticipated support and we left it, right? True. You can argue that this is the order block. You wouldn't be wrong. I'm looking at this as the order block because we consolidated here for a while and then now we're leaving. So this down close candle is at or near the equilibrium of this consolidation, right? But when you look, you're picking straws because the order block price is the exact same. It's the exact same. Now, I'm just looking at this one as the order block, right? Because in theory, this down close candle coming into this one and then leaving makes this a propulsion block. What is a propulsion block? An order block that trades into another order block. There you go. So looking at this as an order block on a 5-minute basis. Now, this is not tape reading. This is analyzing and trying to pick trade entries. This is this is like an advanced part of tape reading right now. If I'm trying to enter on a 5-minute basis, I would like to see more displacement with another fair value gap up here. But if I'm trying to enter because of 5-minute analysis, once this candle closes and this is a imbalance, right, then I would look at like a lower time frame, like a 1 minute, but 1 month, a lower time frame like a 1 minute, right, and be looking for an area to enter off of on the 1 minute. Here's the imbalance there on the 1 minute, right? There's an imbalance there on the 1 minute. There's no other imbalance below price on the 1 minute, right? So I'll be looking at a reason to enter on the 1 minute if I want to take my trade off of that time frame, right? But I don't like to trade like that, especially on a choppy day. You know, the risk just ain't worth it to me, but that's how I look at price. Coming down, we're above the opening range gap. So you're looking for the opening range gap to support price. You're looking for this 5-minute imbalance down here to support price. There's the 1 minute imbalance there that we was looking at thus far, respecting it, right? So this is all the stuff you're looking to support price in this area right here. Now, this 5-minute candle still has not closed, so it's not an imbalance yet. Not an imbalance yet. So we got 32 seconds on this. So right now, if this 32-second candle closed, that would be the imbalance there. Yep. So when it's 14 seconds, right, 14 seconds, 6 seconds, and closure. Now, that's your imbalance right there. On there, trade down to the high of the opening range gap, trade down to the low of the imbalance, wick below the low of the imbalance, watching this 5-minute imbalance and this order block right there. We want this to support price. If it gets to it, if it doesn't get to it, no harm, no foul. But you're looking for it to support price, because we got the pushed above it, and we got the imbalance there. Came down close to the opening price of the order block. Highlight both of them if you wish. Boop, came down to the low of the imbalance. This is a 5-minute imbalance, so you want to looking at the closure of the 5-minute candle. The low of the opening range gap down to the new week opening gap. Just took out this buy side up here. Right, came up, took out buy side, came up, touched that old buy side, slid back down. Keeping that in mind that we've done that. Watching this 5-minute came down into the new week opening gap. Got 3 minutes left on that 5-minute candle. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I really care about like y'all well-being as far as everything you do. Right? Everything you do. I ain't just one of the people who, just I'm petty, but I ain't fake. I'm real. I'm petty, but I ain't fake. I'm real. And I care about y'all. Like and last night I was in a mood last night. I just was like, man. And I got a text from somebody today. They reached out to me. They was like, what's up, Unc? Just wanted you to know, I really appreciate what you do. Your channel is where I send people, everybody I know, I send them over to your channel to learn about this. You know what I'm saying? They was like, I don't speak much. I don't say much. Cause this, what I'm saying? This is a person that used to be like big in like the influencer trading community. They used to be out there all the time. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, look, I ain't on the scene. I fell back, but I appreciate you. Your channel is where I send people. You know what I'm saying? You one of the real ones, pretty much. You one of the real ones. They was like, Unc, I don't speak a lot, but you one of the real ones. I just want you to know that I see you. And I was like, man, this was right on time, because sometimes I feel like, what are you doing, Tim? What are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's encouraging when I get the DMs from people that be like, man, you know what I'm saying? You changed the game for me, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's my reward for doing this. But it's like, it's still so many people that reach out to me, and it's like, I feel like I'm not getting through to them. You know what I'm saying? And I feel bad. I'm like, man, how can I get through to you? Like, what can I do to get through to you? What can I do to get through to you? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I ain't the one that's meant to get through to you. Maybe my job is just to water the seed. Maybe my job is just to plant the seed. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else might have planted the seed. I may be just watering the seed. You know what I'm saying? It may not be in the cards for me to see your aha moment. This 5-minute candle closed back down below that 5-minute imbalance right there. That 5-minute closure closing back down below that right there, That right there, I don't like that. This is just like chop suey right now. The reason why I don't like that is because we got the balanced price range, then we took off and closed above it, right? With displacement, right? We took off, closed above it with displacement, right? Took out this buy side there, didn't go take out the buy side up here, and then we immediately came back down and closed below it, right? Chop suey. We're still respecting the new range. I mean, the new week opening gap. We're respecting the new week opening gap. We're still chopping inside the opening range gap. Chop suey. Hong Kong Fooey. Chop suey. Seek, destroy. Look at it. Seek, destroy. Seek, destroy. It's like, it's just chopping. Chop suey. Chop suey. And why did we say it was like that? Divergence. Divergence. Look at the ES. Look at the ES. NQ. Dow. Divergence. Still diverging. Still diverging. What do you mean, Tim? Not even on the same candle. Right. Divergence on the highs. The highs not even on these highs are on the same candle for the ES and the YN. I mean ES and the NQ, not even there. And then the low, we looked at the lows before. The lows diverging also. The lows diverging also. Divergence. Right? Lower high, higher high, lower high, right? Lower low, higher low, higher low, right? We got divergence going and coming. And what does that yield? Hong Kong Fooey. Hong Kong Fooey. This is a balanced price range in here, right? Balanced price range in here. From that candle's low to that candle's high. You got one candle buy side, one candle sell side. We just traded back up wick for wick there. That little area there where we had that imbalance, right? That's a balanced price range in there now. We just went back to it, touched it. On the 5-minute scale. So you want to see what this 5-minute candle does with this area, right? Do we push all the way through it, or do we go to the top of it and stay down? Since price is below it, it should keep price below it. If we push above it, it should keep price above it. Why? Because it's a balanced price range. But we're not even the balanced price range. Look at that. Now we got a minute left on this candle. And if this candle closes above 43.81 even, which is the high of this old imbalance, right? That imbalance has let price trade back and forth through it multiple times, which it shouldn't do. Hong Kong Fooey chop suey. I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Between reading the tape and expressing my feelings, hopefully somebody heard something that makes some sense to them. I'm here to help as much as I can. Y'all know how to reach out to me. Let me go see if anybody said anything in the chat. I had the chat closed, so I wouldn't get distracted like I always do. Good morning, here to learn to share. How are you? Buenos dias, Valdez. Buenos dias. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning, Will. Good morning, Finest Superman. Good morning, Seawalk. Good morning, Laverne. Good morning, Rhonda. Rhonda, I was using your name all day today. I hope I did not offend you by using your name. I use your name 100 times. Hit, learn, and share. I use your name 100 times. I hope I did not offend you. Hines, what's up? Deborah, True Blue, gang, gang. Kenya, Deborah, I put your name out there too. Kenya, I put your name out there too. I said a lot of names. If anybody took offense to me using their name in this live stream, I truly apologize, but I'm so not sorry. Everyone learns at a different rate. I appreciate this community. I do learn a lot from you. If it was not for the Spider Gang, I would have quit a year ago. That's what's up. I appreciate that. That's the kind of stuff I like to hear. Don't stop believing. Even ICT says it's not going to happen overnight. True. Right. And I'm glad you said that about giving up. And that's another thing, right? It takes like a community. It takes like trading is a lonely employment. Like my wife support me from here to the high heavens, but she don't understand this trading stuff. This ain't her thing. She do. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got nobody to talk to about this at home. You know what I'm saying? So it take a community, it take support, it take accountability partners, it take, you know what I'm saying? It take a village, you know? You know, no matter how you teach and give us game, trading is a personal journey. That's so true. You do a great job teaching. That's so true. Trey said a whole mouthful there. Trey, and that's the same thing I be trying to convey to people. No matter what I do, you know what I'm saying? No matter what I do, that it's all about how it relates to you. And that's saying like when I was going back and forth with that person I thought was the oldest that I knew. It was some different person named Otis. I thought it was the oldest that I'm like, man, why Otis snapping on me? Because I said, I don't care what Michael says. I got my own thing I do. I don't care what Michael say, right? If I don't analyze the charts and this is what I'm looking for, that's what I'm looking for. I don't care what he say. You know what I'm saying? I learned everything I trade from this man. But when he look at the charts, he looking at the charts for a specific reason. If me and him align, hey, cool, we align. If we don't align, it's a buyer and seller in every exchange. If we don't align and I'm convicted in what I see, I don't care if it don't align with what he I don't know his time horizon. You know what I'm saying? That you said a mouthful with that, man. And I appreciate the kind words on great job. But you said a mouthful. It's a personal journey, man. Trading is a personal journey. It's a personal journey. And it's like no matter what I do, it's not going to just automatically fit for you. You're going to have to take it and you're going to have to tailor it to you, to your emotions, to your time horizon, to your risk tolerance, to your trader identity, which is heavily tied to your emotions. You got to tailor it for you. You may not even be able to see fair value gaps. Man, I promise you, when I'm sitting there talking to my brother, we was going through it. Man, my brother struggled with seeing fair value gaps. But that joker could see a breaker or he could see a mitigation block. But he could see a mitigation block a mile away. He could see a breaker a mile away. But them fair value gaps be slapping him upside the head. And the easiest thing for me to see is fair value gaps. Personal journey, man. You bless us every day. I think if anyone is having a problem, they should ask questions on these lives. We're a solid and supportive community. No one should feel embarrassed or nervous. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it's like, man, it's hard. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, The only reason I can sit here and talk to y'all like this right here is because I'm looking at a camera. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at a camera. I ain't looking at nobody. Look how this thing caught me. I don't know if y'all can see this. Let me go full screen. Instagram just stopped. I don't know if y'all can see it. Instagram just stopped and it caught me. See if I can get close. It caught me looking crazy. It caught like I've been on here for an hour. Right. So I'm just looking at a camera. So it's easy for me to sit here and talk to y'all because it's like I'm looking at still this is all I see. I see, you know what I'm saying? I see y'all faces, but it's just still images. You know what I'm saying? It's not people. So for me, it's easy for me to because I used to vlog with my family. It used to be real hard for me to like get on camera because I was always the man behind the camera. But once I got comfortable with getting on camera, now it's easy for me to get on here. But I get it, like some people don't want, like one, people don't want to hold up the progress. You know what I'm saying? Two, sometimes people are bashful about saying stuff, right, in front of other people. And three, people, like a lot of people have lost a lot in this trading community. One, through predatory practices. Two, through just blind trust and not being properly educated. Like when I say blind trust, I mean like doing something because somebody said so, and then that person didn't tell you how to get out of it or how to manage it, and then you lose tens of thousands of dollars. And a lot of people are shell shocked. You know what I'm saying? And it's like embarrassing. It's embarrassing to people. So it's like they want the help and they want to reach out, but like it's like they shell shocked, they're scared, they're embarrassed. That's just like me. I can't imagine, like, for example, this is extreme case, right? This is a very extreme case, and I'm being totally transparent. When I was a kid, like 4 or 5 years old, my cousin, he's dead now. He was like a couple years older than me. Might have been around my sister's age, but about a couple years older than me. Right? He used to mess with me when we took, when you put the cousins in there, take baths together. He used to mess with me. And I told my mama, I don't want to bathe with him, but I'm little and I can't articulate it like a grown person can. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to bathe with this boy. This boy keep mad. He be touching on my freaking beans. He messed with me. I don't want to bathe with this boy. I said something. You know what I'm saying? But you have people that somebody molest them or rape them or do something to them, and the embarrassment of it keeps them from speaking. You know what I'm saying? And so it's the same thing in here where people have been through a lot and they really want help. So they just kind of ease into the back of class and be quiet and try to figure it out. That's why it breaks my, that's why this stuff gets hard. It breaks my heart. I don't know that Atlanta number. I don't know that Atlanta number. If they don't leave a message, it will be blocked. It's almost 11 and we still in the 15-point range with no news on the way. I'm good on, yeah. Chop suey. We family in real life. You feel me? This was dope. Appreciate you. I appreciate you, Jay. Jay Malez. Okay. I appreciate you, Jay. I don't know that name. Wait a minute. wait a minute, Jay. You got a oh no, that's just I was gonna say what yeah, your name Green. Jay my last. Your name Green. You a channel member. That's my baby mama. That's my kid. That's my daughter's mama. She must have got a new phone number. She was about to get blocked. Y'all hold on. Y'all give me 1 second. Hold on for a second. All right, y'all. I'm back. Sorry about that. What was that? Oh, the comments, the names. Okay. Tim, you helped my trader tremendously. Appreciate you, Seawalk. I'm glad to hear that I was able to help. Same for me. Order blocks and fair value gaps stand out to me. The rest I have to look hard for. Yeah, that's how my little brother is. Like he can see that. Tim, I appreciate you in the Spider Game. I have been learning so much. I didn't have this years ago when I had to read and teach myself. Man, community. That's what it's all about, man. Having a community, having people to bounce ideas off of. That's what it's all about, man. Let me save her number in my phone. Cause I said you was about to get blocked. She was like, yeah, I know. I get tired of people. What's the name? Dear member, your auto renewal. What are you talking about? All right, man. That's all I got. That's all I got. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. That's the black one. This is the one she wants. Let me send this to my sweetie. All right, so renewal schedules for. This is some trash. Don't you hate when they be trying to get you? Talk some dear member, your auto renewal schedule for McAfee antivirus is $199.99. Auto debit on save bill via PayPal for cancellations once. Man, get out of here. Blocked. They be trying to get you to like click into stuff. Man, get out of here. Block this caller. Get off my phone. And call my phone and leave me alone. Hey, we still chop suey before I get out of here. Excuse me. These 5-minute candles, we still chop suey. We're back. Remember, the blue line here was the high of the opening range gap. The blue line there was the low of the opening range gap. We're back on top of the opening range gap. We're back on top of that 5-minute imbalance. We're back on top of that 5-minute imbalance. So we've been chopping back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's all we've been doing. Chop suey day. This is tape reading, people. This is tape reading. You just sit there and you read the candles based off of the PD arrays that's in front of you. When price doesn't do what it's supposed to do, you step back, right? Remember what I said. This right here, the new week opening gap, this 5-minute imbalance, right? Once we want to see what price did, because we left that, this is now a balanced price range. Every 5-minute candle, you want to see what it does in relation to this 5-minute candle here. That means 5-minute balanced price range. Once we took off above this with displacement, the algorithm should have come to this imbalance and went up and attacked that high. When it did not do that, manual manipulation. Manual manipulation. Happy birthday, Jada. Okay, nice. Okay. That's why I love my wife, because it's like when you have a blended family, sometimes it can be very difficult. You know what I'm saying? And when you got a spouse that understands, first of all, as a man or a woman, you have to make your spouse or the person you're in a relationship understand that they are your number one priority. And if they feel that way, that will put them in the mindset, it will put them in a maternal mindset where this is a child and this child did not ask to be here. But if you don't make them feel like they are the priority, their defenses will go high and they will set aside that maternal feeling because other stuff will seep in. But if you do your job as a man or a woman at home, then that's just like when the Bible be saying, submit yourself one to another, right? And everybody want to skip over that part and go straight to the woman should submit to the man. You got to submit yourself one to If you submit yourself one to another and put God first, it'll be all right. But I've never had an issue with my wife when it comes to my daughters. Never. Because I do my job with letting her know that she's my priority, and everything about my daughters is about my daughters. And now that they're grown women, right? You see, I'm like, man, that's my kid's mom. Like, because she texts me like, hey, this me. I'm like, be calling me from those strange numbers. I block those. You know what I'm saying? And then, but and it was about something for my daughter's birthday is in a couple days. And she was, trying to get together a little surprise thing. And so I text my wife while we was talking, and then my wife texted me back and was like, happy birthday, yada, yada, yada. But that's why I love my sweetie. She's the best. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Hopefully I said something that's going to help somebody. We're still on top of that, that other 5-minute balance price range. This candle came all the way down to the low of it, right down to the tick. Came down to the low of it, to the tick, and then closed back above it. And now this candle came down and touched the high of it to the tick, and now we're fiddle-faddling above it. Again, remember, whatever PD array you're looking at, if it's a 5-minute PD array, you want to see what 5-minute candles do on a closing basis. If it's a weekly PD array, you want to see what the weekly candle do on a closing basis. If it's an hourly PD array, you want to see what the hourly candles do on a closing basis. Remember that. Remember that. If there's nothing else, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna give it about 15 seconds while I text my kids' mom back. I keep saying my kids, these grown women, but you're gonna always be my babies. I tell them all that. I don't care how tall you get, you're gonna always be my baby. All right. What's up, Michelle? Thanks, Tim, in the office. So I'm in and out, but I appreciate you too, Michelle. You're welcome here to learn and share. Everybody, Laverne, here to learn and share. Lil Hawk, Michelle, Laverne, Kenya, Jay. Yeah, I was supposed to be looking. Jay, I'm sorry, Jay. I don't know that name, but you a channel member. I really apologize. I don't know that name. I'm sorry for not knowing your name. How long you been a channel member? I apologize, Jay. Seawalk, Father Legends, Trey, Rhonda, Deborah, Kenya, Hines, Laverne, Fine and Superman, Will, Valdez, all y'all. I appreciate y'all for being in here. Buenos dias. And on that, till the next time I decide to jump on Al Gore's internet, man, y'all be good. Be safe out here in these trading streets. And with that there, Aranya Grande, aka Big Spider, gone.